morning or good afternoon or when I say hello people, what I really mean is hello listener. How are you? Hope you're keeping well. We've come to the last episode of this series.
Wow. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for this episode, I'd like to say good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, listener. Welcome to Ferguson, Harrington, Hawks. I'm Ferguson.
I'm Harrington.
And I'm Hawks. Good morning, good afternoon, evening.
Adorable. Hey, can you believe that we've managed to get to the end of a series? Can you believe it? It's
quite amazing. And Neil really can't believe it. His face. He's like, have we really made it this far? Sorry, Neil.
It's been a bit of a journey.
Neil has to work with us.
Yeah. That's my penance. It's been wonderful, hasn't it, right? It's been a test, as always.
We've certainly learnt a lot.
I'm liking the new branding. Are you liking the new branding?
I love it because, we've really gone all out with our new, design stuff, haven't we? It's Fiona, who's been my design girl for like 25 years, and I love her dearly. And she's done all my albums and my websites and all that kind of stuff. So I brought Fiona into the fold, didn't I? And didn't she just do a wonderful job? And we've got all sorts of new people in the team. We've got the lovely Bethan, who's doing our socials. Amazing.
Yeah. And Mark. Mark, periodically. No, I know.
Doesn't it feel good to have a team?
We have a team.
You said the word, Ches, right? It's magic, isn't it?
Delegation is what we need.
I feel like with the new graphics and all that, it's a bit like when you get yourself a new haircut.
It is like that.
Yeah. When you go, oh, look at me with my new haircut, right?
It just looks all very professional, doesn't it? It's like, oh, it's actually real. It's a real thing. It's not just the three of us getting together over a cup of coffee and having a chat. It's actually a thing.
Except it is.
It is that as well.
It is, and all pass off as being professional, right? Brilliant. Look, I'm going to steer this because I'm looking at the clock, right? And we've had a few technical issues
I love your
today.
clock watching.
So we're going to get on to our quote as we've got some guests rocking up very, very soon. So the quote from today's guests is Scottish, as they themselves are Scottish.
I'm slightly worried about this.
Now, before we recorded, I practised my Scottish accent.
There's been a murder.
It's been a murder.
And then proceeded to completely insult and bastardise the whole country and culture. So I've decided I'm not even going to attempt it now that we're recording. But in English, it's said as, what's for you won't go by you. So I'm just going to hand this one over to you, Lynn, to make it more authentic.
Shall I try?
Yes, please do it properly and spare us all my attempts at a Scottish accent.
What's for you won't go by you, which means what you're destined to have, you will have. It's a thing about fate. Whenever stuff goes wrong or whatever, or you're waiting for the result of a test or an interview, and my mum and dad would always say, well, what's for you won't go by you, which means if you're meant to have it, you'll have it.
Does it work the other way around as well? Like what's not for you will not come to you, that type, it's like it can be the other way around as well, right? So
that's the English version.
Right.
If you look at the chat section of the platform here, I've just typed the Scottish spelling of it for you. If you just click on the chat there in the corner.
I see. I'm not going to attempt that either.
No go by ye.
Oh my God. It's getting frightening.
I tell you what, I could give you the street talk translation.
Okay,
it's chillbread bin. If shit's going to happen, shit's going to happen.
Yeah. If shit's going to happen, shit's going to happen. And the Surbiton version is, and what's not for you, well,
Surbiton.
Of course, go by you. Anyone for tea?
Is that Surbitonese? Is that your finest Surbitonese?
No, that's not my Surbiton accent. I'm not doing the accents this morning. I think we've murdered enough on this.
Murder.
There's been a murder.
There's been a murder. There really was a murder.
Yeah.
So why is fate so important to a lot of people then? What do you reckon?
Do you know what I think though is like if I look at my life, there's been times where I've been really upset that something didn't go my way, right? Where I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe that's happened. And then when I look back on it, I'm like, oh my God.
I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Thank God that didn't happen, right?
Yeah, because something else often comes along, doesn't it? That you don't expect, you least expect, So because you didn't do that thing, something else came along that was even better.
Or that you were being taken care of. The one that certainly springs to my mind is, was it before the pandemic? all those years ago, before the pandemic.
Was there a pre-pandemic?
I was up for I know there was a pre-pandemic. I was up for a really impressive TV job here, right? Like a kind of fortune changer TV job where, change your life. And it was down to me and one other person. And they actually even penciled me for the shoot dates and everything. It was all that stuff. But if I'd gotten the job, I wouldn't have been able to go back to Scotland for my nephew's wedding and see the family. Right? I'd have to have been here shooting. And just came down to the wire, and then they went with the other person. And so then I went to Scotland, and I had a great time with my family. And I saw my friend Ashley, and we hung out. We hadn't hung out properly for years. We went out for dinner, and we had like a really cool time. And then later on, obviously the pandemic happened. I hadn't seen my family for years, right? But I'd spent that time with them. And also then my friend Ashley died.
Oh, that's
so
right.
So if I'd had the job, sure, it would have changed my life and financially, and I'd be all part of the mucky mucks. But I would much rather...
Would you still be here with us, though, Lynn?
Yeah.
Well, part of the mucky mucks is...
we are part of the mucky mucks.
Oh, that's right. Doesn't get much muckier than this, sister.
So I think that's what I mean. I mean, I actually wouldn't swap that time with my family or with Ashley, who is my family, for anything else.
Yeah.
So
invaluable.
Yeah, and we've all been in those situations, haven't we? Like my youngest son has been in a situation this last week where he's got amazing opportunity to do what he really wants to do on stage, and it's like a really cool thing. But he's also been accepted to his absolute ideal school, and he can't do both. He can't do both, so he's had this like torturous kind of or I think that me and Chrissy were probably more tortured by it than he was, because he just went, well, I'm going to do the school, aren't I? So, he knew his destiny and chose it pretty quick and easy, but that other thing may have led to, who knows what it would have led to, or perhaps it wasn't going to be right for him, so
you can only really go with your gut in the end. But sometimes even when that doesn't work out, you just have to go, right, okay, let it go. I think it's a really good statement to stop you fighting things that you can't really, you have no control over anyway. Right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it's that power of no as well, isn't it? It's like, no, I'm not doing that. And just making that decision, and suddenly all the torture's gone because you've made the decision and that's the way you're going. And it all lifts, doesn't it?
There's a thing in Stoicism. Oh, look.
Stoicism.
Right. Last episode,
Come on, there's just
Stoics.
Not enough Stoicism.
Hang on, listener, there's a bit of Stoics going on, right? Neil had a fair amount of Stoics coming out of him in the last episode, but that's an entirely
not very many today.
No, right? No, there's a thing in Stoicism where they say it's not the wound, it's the inflammation around the wound, right?
You've mentioned
that it's
that
not
before.
the actual damage, it's the resistance to the damage. And I think what's for you won't go by you really helps with that, where you're just like, okay, that was ouchy. That was a bit sore. But you know what? It's probably going to work out fine. Yeah,
wonderful.
Good. Well, I'm looking forward to these guests. I think it's very exciting. We've got two.
We have two. We have double guests.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Normally Neil gets to do the exciting introduction thing, but this time I was like, no, you're not getting to do it because it's my pals. It's my pals. And so you're not getting to do your introduction because that would be weird. It would be weird. This is it's the last episode of this series, and I'm very, very excited to bring on my pals and two very important women who are also related. Now, if you've ever, that's an achievement.
Yeah.
They're related.
It's an achievement for me, I have to say.
I know, right? You can't say you're not introduced yet.
Sorry.
You're not here yet.
Sorry.
And also, you can't interrupt because it's your mum's job to do the interrupting. That's what she's here for, the whole interrupting thing. Look at her being all quiet and just have like butter with milk. Anyway, if you've ever gone to... Don't you interrupt me.
Sorry.
If you've ever gone to the Edinburgh Festival, or you've ever even heard of Edinburgh, or in fact Scotland, you will have heard of the Gilded Balloon, which has easily been one of the most influential venues, businesses in terms of comedy in the last... Do you know, I'd say the last century, actually, because if it hadn't been for the Gilded Balloon, there'd be loads of people who just wouldn't exist. I mean, they would exist.
They'd
you know
exist.
What I mean? They would exist, right? And that they would be there of molecules, but we would never have heard of them.
Yeah.
So we bring to this last episode the two women who are entirely responsible for the Gilded Balloon, Katy Koren and Katy Koren. Woo!
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Now, just so you know, Lynn,
Yeah.
Katy was in a huge rush to be born. She couldn't wait to leave my body. I tell you, she was out there like a bloody shot.
Is that what you're opening with? Good.
My opening line. The one thing I'd like you to talk loads about is
What would you like?
boss women.
Boss women.
That's correct.
Not
And
just
that is
generally.
Katy and I just no. Well, we can talk about everything, but I'll just put boss women out there at the beginning.
But, well, we would talk about it, except, you know how, like, you're my pals and you're on this podcast?
Oh, yes.
I don't believe I've been asked to be on your
Oh, no, you will be
I
there
know.
this year. You might
being
even be
interviewed this year.
live.
I don't want to rub salt in the wound, but they are on series 4.
They're one ahead of us. They're one ahead.
No, we had to wait till we were on her podcast.
Oh, really? Yeah. Do you know, I feel it's a weird and big achievement, actually, getting us all together, because normally...
Been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Well, getting you guys to sit down right now is complicated because you've got the Fringe coming up in August.
Yeah.
And we haven't done it for nearly 3 years.
Yeah, right?
How's it going?
Is it crazy
Yeah,
busy?
things are hectic. And the team are working away in the background behind us just now. But we've got amazing people on board. But it is a brand new team, and it's been pretty tricky after a 2-year break to kind of rally everyone together and kind of do it all again. So it's pretty hectic at the moment. These are the busiest months of the year for us.
We lost nearly all our staff except 2 full-time, or 3. We had 3 full-time for a while. We had people on furlough, and then they all, when that was over, they all went. So ended up 2, me and Katy, and 1 part-time money guy who obviously was twiddling his thumbs because there wasn't any money.
So do you think that your slogan, the proverb, because, what's happened, I'm just reminding you of this, listener, that in this series, Chesney decided that we needed to be a lot smarter. Right, because that's part of Chesney's appeal, is it not just he's handsome and plays guitar and music and all adorability, but also he's very clever.
There's brains behind this blonde
He's
hair,
the
I tell you.
secret brains.
Brains behind that adorability, right?
And it's not even dyed.
Oh, look, exactly. Well, that's what...
So he had decided that each episode should have a theme, and we should ask our guests what quote or proverb they choose to live by, and yours was...
Oh, am I to say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your call.
Yeah.
That's your cue.
Yeah.
Cue.
What's for you won't go by you.
Thank
It's
you,
a
Katy.
Scottish proverb. What's for you won't go by you. And in my life, I have been pretty positive about the future, I would say. I would say Katy's not as positive as me, but she's learning to be.
God, I didn't know this was going to be a critique.
It's going to be assassination right from the start, I'm
I'm
afraid.
allowed to have my opinion.
It's like an intervention. We've talked to you.
Just to let you know, written in Scottish, it's wit für yiel.
Oh my God.
Just bringing you up to speed
Your,
there.
your
God.
Scottish accent is really, really bad.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, we know.
You know that thing where people do the Scottish accent by going, "There's been a murder."
Yeah.
Well, there has been a murder on this podcast, which has been real the Scottish accent. It's been intense.
I would never attempt
absolutely.
it, certainly in this circle.
Could you repeat it?
No, because I was expecting just a little bit more kindness, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest.
You're in the wrong
Thank you very
place.
much.
Nah.
Fuck that, didn't I?
Nah.
So do you think that statement, that proverb, has helped you deal with the challenges over the past, certainly over the past 5 years? Because how have you kept a business going through...
Well, actually, that's what I would say to Katy to keep her
positive.
Mum said it to me. Yeah, Mum said it to me since I was a teenager. Since I became grumpy, I was the happiest child in the world, and then something happened when I turned 13.
It's called puberty.
And the world,
Oh
the
my
world was
God,
ending.
You've no idea.
And so
Was it
she's
bad?
always said that to me when, Karen can go into that later.
I want to hear all of that. I want to hear it
Oh
all.
God. And I think it's so true. Like, I think it's so important to, go through life and understand there's ups and downs, but that what's for you won't pass you by. And it's helped me a lot, particularly in the past 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, also because this year you're getting married as well. So evidently, who's for you won't you marry too?
Before you go into all that happy stuff, I would like to tell you a story about Lynn Ferguson taking Katy and I to...
It's going to be that story.
Millport.
It's that
You know
story,
it,
right? It's that
Yeah.
story.
We
right?
went
Hang
to
on.
Millport.
It's a bumpy
No, I'm
ride.
sorry. I am actually surprised that Lynn Ferguson has 2 children because she did not like having Katy along. Katy had her 27 Barbie dolls with her, and Lynn was going, "Oh, for God's sake, what?"
This is why she's got boys. That's why she's happy with boys.
I've got boys.
Yeah, you were so impatient with her, and I was saying, "What's wrong with her? She's lovely," and you're going, "Oh, for God's sake."
She is lovely and was lovely, but I think I was 27 and hungover. Do you know what I mean? Like, not really that.
You weren't
not
interested in Barbies
maternally.
at that particular moment.
No, not at all. Unless it was big hunky Australians having them. Do you know what I mean? The Barbie. I think you're such an interesting combination, though, because both of you are really doers. You know, like you carry. Oh, you are. You're somebody
That
who will
face.
talk somebody into
Our listener
doing
could
something.
see her face. Then.
Even when you want to.
Doers. I thought you meant doer as in
Not
Oh,
doers.
dower.
No.
No.
Oh, duh.
I'm explaining
doer
to
in Scottish. Just so you know, means
Is dour.
grumpy
Dour.
and dull and grey.
We say doer.
Definitely didn't mean that. I
Yeah,
think.
so she's insulted us.
Well, you know, in Millport we're a bit doer, I have to say, right?
And so were you. You did write a series about Millport, and I was listening to the other day, and it's really funny. It was really good.
Ah, I should have put you in it though, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I should have put you in it.
Not me, though.
Not you. There'd be no children with Barbie dolls in there. No 6-year-olds. I think you were about 6 at the time, and I have to tell you, when both my kids were 6, they were complete douchebags. Like, there's something about kids when they're 6 where they're just like, I want this, get me that, right?
Yeah,
so it was
and
not
ask
just,
a lot of questions, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
I don't
that's-
mind that.
Why?
I quite like that.
Why?
Oh, yeah. Why? Because I do
That's
quite
the
like
biggest
it.
question, isn't it? Yeah.
Maybe there's a flip thing going on. Karen has the patience, therefore Katy just, it's the opposite of that.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said, Neil. Nobody would say that of me.
I've seen you smile. I have seen you smile, laugh, and be kind. So there's hope. Yeah.
No, I think the thing you've both got in common really is that you get shit done. You just really do get stuff done, even when, like, whether it's setting up a venue or whether it's dealing with a tour or even if it's just organising, like, a family party.
A birthday party.
Yeah, the Korens get stuff done.
But I think what it is we don't give up. We don't just go, oh, we can't do it. We can do it, and we do.
Where do you think that comes from? And did you pass that on to Katy?
I think so. I hope so. I think it came from Norway. I think it
came from Norway.
Scandi. My whole blood is Norwegian. And,
Yeah, but your brothers aren't like that.
No, my brothers. You're very
Which
right
I
there.
always find shocking.
I think it's the female side of the family, and there was only me. And I had 4 brothers who didn't do anything.
That probably was something to do with it. You probably had to look after your 4 brothers, right? I mean, that's gonna make sure that you get stuff done. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was... Having 4 brothers was a lot of noise in the house, and I was quite bad-tempered. I was quite bad-tempered right up until I met Lynn. Lynn has seen a lot of my bad temper, I'm sure.
And
I
then
used
you
to have a
changed.
thing where when Karen would yell at me, I'd go, I don't speak Norwegian. I don't understand you. I don't speak Norwegian.
Yeah, she's really mellowed since then.
Yeah, I have mellowed. lots of things.
I have a lot of love for Norway, Karen, because I made my my last album in Norway, and I've got so many great friends over there. I've spent a lot of time in Norway.
You probably have a bit of Scandi in you.
Oh, I think I do, yeah.
Several times. Oh, you've been in Scandis several times.
Yeah, I'm a little Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, have you ever done that whole blood thing that you send away? And
I did. It was quite funny because my wife came back as like she was literally from everywhere. She's like even part Bantu. She was from all over the planet, and I was 98% British.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Anglo-Saxon.
I'm an Anglo-Saxon, basically. Yeah.
Surrey, 98% Surrey, probably.
Yes, exactly.
So was the 2% Viking?
Oh yeah, that's exactly where it was. Yeah, it was.
All
a Scandinavian,
Yeah.
as I like to say.
What about you, Neil?
Yeah.
What?
I have no clue, as I'm adopted, aren't I? So I've obviously got a touch of the tar
Well, you can
brush.
get the
But you can
test,
I'm
still
some
get
sort of
the
mixture.
blood thing done.
No, it's obvious from looking at me that my real father runs a kebab shop somewhere in North London. And, that's the fortune I'm going to inherit, so I don't need to know any more than that, really, do I?
Hey, you know what happened to my neighbour across the road, right? Her and her sisters did, after their parents died, they wanted to, some testament to their parents, right? They wanted to find out about their genealogy and whatever. And they did. We might have to cut this out in case the listener is somebody that's my neighbour or close by. But they discovered that they didn't have the same father.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh,
But
yeah,
they'd all
that's
thought
amazing.
that they were exactly the
Jeez.
same father. And then
What age in life were they when they discovered this then?
60-ish. They're all
that's
mid-60s.
amazing.
Well, I just watched on Netflix. This is probably an advert. I shouldn't. Our Father, and that was a gynecologist who
Oh God.
made 96 children.
Yes, I saw the documentary on that. That was unbelievable.
It's called Our Father.
Yeah, I
oh
saw
my
it.
God.
Horrific.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely horrific. I mean, it's compulsive viewing.
These genealogy companies that are doing all these tests, it's causing all sorts of family issues. Like we've had it in our family. My wife's father, it turns out that there was another sibling just out of nowhere, like a cousin that was, he found out that he was part of the family and nobody knew that he even existed. So like it's opened up this whole thing for all sorts of different people around the world, finding out about people, finding out if you have kids or, different, as you said, Lynn, different fathers. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. It sounds like a TV show to me.
But then the flip side of that, isn't it that it's a good thing? Because in the past, before we had all those things accessible to us, I'm sure there was a lot of shit created with people making it up, right?
Yeah.
But it really depends how much you want to know about yourself, whether you look into it or not. I'm pretty convinced that I know my whole background, as Lynn has mentioned before when you did that. Tell me the story of your name, and you went, oh my God, your ancestors are all over you.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm very glad that you did it because I'm going to do... This is another thing that Chesney, he can be, even though he looks adorable, he can be quite bossy. Can't he, Neil?
Is that right?
Oh, my
yes,
God.
yes. Get on with it, Lynn.
He
Get
can
on with
be
it.
quite
for God's
bossy.
sake.
Right, okay, I'll get on with it.
Doesn't shout like me, though.
No.
I just do it understated.
Yeah, quietly.
100% Surrey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Neil's 100% kebab.
Spot on.
Right, so what I'm going to do, you've done this before, you know this score, right? Oh, which is interesting, listener, because if you find yourself at a loose end, I am, in fact, doing a show called Storyland where I do stories at the Gilded Balloon during
I
the
see what you
Edinburgh
did there.
Fringe.
Good advertisement.
Very excited to have it.
Fabulous
Getting
transition.
sharp with those segues, I tell you.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some lovely performers and stars coming to be story-landed.
I know. I wonder how people will deal with it. It's interesting because in this podcast we've discussed all the time about how to introduce it, and then sometimes it's been difficult to introduce because already it goes a little. It opens up a story more than a guest maybe wants the story to be opened up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
You
agree,
definitely
guys?
see a little bit of guardedness, don't you, with them when you start
Yeah.
to say what it is. What do you mean a story? Are you going to help me with it? I'm not sure about this. Right, okay.
I'm going to ask Karen first and then Katie, and I'm going to do just a generic, easy one. Karen, I want you 2 minutes. Tell me about diamonds. Ready? Go.
Diamonds? Diamonds are a girl's best friend. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Diamonds are shiny. This isn't just a minute, is it? If I speak for
2
1
minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Worse than that.
No, that's a radio show. Anyway, I think diamonds are fabulous, but I can't afford them, and it's not something I would search out. I wouldn't go, oh, I must have a diamond. I'm not one of these people that likes to look in a shop window and look at the diamond rings and everything. I've got no. So diamonds are gorgeous to look at and everything, but it's not part of my life actually at all. I think diamonds cut glass quite well, I believe. And yeah, that's terrible. I'm running out of steam because I've got nothing much to say about diamonds. I mean, I loved Marilyn Monroe singing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, the best song and most wonderful woman in the world. And I think it's really sad that she died very young. But that's as much as I can say about diamonds and her. And I've still got a minute left, I think. What else can I say about diamonds?
Look at the screen, Karen.
What? Oh yes, sorry. Katie has a wonderful ring that was my mother's, and she now has it as her wedding ring, and there is diamonds in that. And yes, I did wear it for a while, but it was because it was my mother's, not because it was diamonds. And I'm very, very pleased to say that Katie does have that diamond ring now, and it acts as her engagement ring. And she's getting married. And stop talking over me, Katie.
Sorry.
And am I anywhere near 2 minutes? Isn't that terrible that I don't like diamonds? I'm not interested in diamonds. But I do love my mother's old ring, and I'm really, really pleased that Katie's wearing it.
Well done. There's your 2 minutes.
Well done,
I
Karen.
don't know why you're clapping. It's not a very good story.
It was perfect.
You know.
Lynn will have extracted the gold from that and made diamonds out of it.
She will.
I've got what I need. Right, you ready, Katy Koren?
No, absolutely
yes,
not.
You are. You totally are. Ready, go.
On diamonds as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get a new subject.
No.
Diamonds are beautiful. Obviously, diamonds remind me of my grandmother's ring that my mum gave to me when I was 20 or 21. I always remember mum wearing it for ever since I can remember. And she actually got it stuck on her finger and she had to get it cut off for my 21st birthday. And yeah, diamonds also remind me of Frederick, my fiance, who I asked to marry me in November last year, and he didn't have to buy me a diamond ring. I wasn't interested in a diamond ring because I already have one, so we popped that on the other finger, and that was deal done, which was nice. Yeah, the ring is beautiful. Diamonds are incredibly rare and beautiful to look at, and yeah, there's a really horrible backstory from a lot of diamonds, but we won't think about that because God, that's not very nice to think about that. Yeah, I would always want to have a vintage ring or any kind of diamond on me because I think extracting natural resources from the world is a terrible, terrible thing. And I just did a sustainability course last week about how much mining companies make from these kind of natural stones, which is horrific. What else can I say about diamonds? Yeah, I would like some more. I'd like some more vintage diamonds. That would be beautiful. Yeah, and one of my friends just got a diamond ring as an engagement ring, and it is huge and looks much newer than mine, so I'm a bit suspicious of where she got that from. Yeah, and I would probably think about diamonds in the sense of diamonds are a girl's best friend, as Karen said. Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood glamour. Yeah, they're What else can I say, Karen? Oh,
You don't need to.
There you go.
You're good.
surely everyone runs out of steam, don't they? My God,
No.
I'm sweating now. I have to take my top off.
They don't know, do they, guys? It's quite interesting. They don't.
I'm not really interested in diamonds. Otherwise, I would
Yeah.
go on about it. But
Well, I tell you what it means. Do you want to know
for
what it
God's
means?
sake,
Of course.
Go on.
Diamonds are value, where you find value, what you value, right? So for Karen, it's friendship. Friendship, and particularly women friendship.
Suss out,
The
Neil.
first thing is diamonds are a girl's best friend. They're fabulous. And the way that you look at friendship is that you don't... Friendship happens to you. You don't seek it out. You don't go, oh, look, they look like a good person to be a friend. You're just like, oh, I'm friends with them. And the thing of gorgeous to look at, but they're not part of my life, is that there are people that you do look at and you go, God, they probably would be lovely friends to someone. Not me, obviously, but someone else, right? But your friends are like your friends. That's what you find value in. Friendship, particularly female friendship. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Katie. Family.
Yeah, I kind of got that.
That's yours. Yours is family. All family. The mother's ring.
Yeah.
Where it came from, and Frederick, right?
Yeah.
She lit up
And,
when
Family.
mentioned
yeah.
Frederick.
Yeah.
And you've got this lovely diamond, and you're looking forward to having some more. Oh, you are? Right. I'm like, I bet you are.
I think Mum's looking forward to that more than I am.
Just keep them away from me when they're 6, right? When
Yeah.
they're 6 years old, they're douchebags. I don't want to hang out with them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's all about family and the people that you have a past relationship with, you know. Like, it's not that you don't like, you know, new people and everything, but your value is people that you've known for a while or you have some history with.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't like people. You do like people, but you don't just pick up people and go, oh, you're my best friend now. That's not how it works. It is like, I've got to know you a while and then I'll decide whether you're my bestie.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes, that resonates with me. Yes, for
It's
sure.
interesting because their sound is very similar but different, right?
Yeah.
You're very behind women. You've always been about giving women rights and chances, and
Yes, absolutely.
and it's one of the things that there's many things that I love about you both, but the thing that I love about the Gilded Balloon is that when you get, it's a terrible confession, right? But sometimes when you get groups of women together, they can be bitchy about one another. I don't really understand what that is, but there is a thing where if you get groups of women together, then they don't necessarily raise the other women up. Whereas in the Gilded Balloon, that's just not tolerated.
Yeah.
It's not tolerated. You can't do that there. People will be like, pull your head off for that kind of behaviour.
I mean,
It all goes
Katy has
Norwegian.
changed the Gilded Balloon in that, you know, in the old days it was a lot of bad behaviour. I'm not talking about the women, I'm talking about in general bad behaviour, drinking, drugs and all that. And of course all this has changed now, and Katy has brought in the well-being of all the staff and people that are there. You know, I mean, she does meetings with them, one-to-ones and all these kind of things. I would just say, oh, for God's sake, get on with it, you know. And they would accept that. I don't know how I got so many people that were loyal to me, but they were. But Katy's done a lot of, you know, if there's men that behave badly, you know, we've had to get rid of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we have to do now about keeping women safe in the venue, and that's artists, audience and staff alike. So yeah, there's a lot of policies that we're putting in place to look after women as much as possible, but also Karen's elevated women from the day you started the Gilded Balloon in terms of, you know, promoting somebody to general manager that might not have had the experience of that, but you believed in them, and that kind of spirit of believing in and elevating people when they deserve it is absolutely something that I learned from Karen.
It's true, actually. If you look at the entertainment industry, because Fergus, my son, is going to work front of house at the Gilded.
That's so exciting.
I'm so excited about that.
His first Edinburgh Fringe ever. Not as excited as he is, by the way. Like,
that's
he
great.
is
No, I'm sure.
oh my God, it's like, but I said to him, you know, if you look at anywhere around the world, really, and look at the comedy industry, if there's a woman there, she'll have come through the Gilded Balloon, right? At some point. Like, it seems to be that's where people do their schooling. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
What do you see for the Gilded Balloon? What do you want for it?
I see it lasting. That's what I want more than anything. I want it to keep going. I mean, these last few years were so scary, and you know, I mean, we've had a bit of that in the Gilded Balloon anyway, because it's burnt down in 2002 in the Cowgate, and we had to start again, more or less.
That must have been devastating.
Oh, it was awful, and that's when I was running it alone. And running it alone for all these years was, I mean, I actually don't know how I did it, to be perfectly honest, looking back on it now, you know, because, and Katy certainly was not interested. I mean, she was interested enough to do her time there and, you know, work behind the bar or work at front of house, which she hated, but, you know, do all the things she did when she was younger, a teenager, but then she went off to uni and she was away for 8 years and in London, and I thought, oh, she's living the, you know, that very good life in London and, you know, meeting lots of people and doing lots of great things. And then she phoned up and said, oh, I've had enough of London and, you know, don't know what I'm doing. And that was the last thing I thought was going to happen, that she was going to come and join the Gilded Balloon. And to be perfectly honest, the first few years, because we do get on really well, and we get on really well despite myself, you know. Because I can say things to her, or she can say things to me, or she can be so grumpy, and I'm like, oh, inside at the end of my tenure. But we actually get on, and it's amazing, and it's been the best part of the Gilded Balloon for me to have Katy there. The best.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Lovely. Speech, Katy. Speech.
No, absolutely. I think the past 2 years we've had quite a lot of time to reflect on what we both want out of the Gilded Balloon and what we want to do with the Gilded Balloon, and what our kind of purpose is. And yeah, I think my aim for the Gilded Balloon is to be Scotland's leading entertainment and live comedy producer. Is, I want to be recognised in Scotland as Scotland's kind of go-to place for if people want a comedian or if they want entertainment at an event and they come to us, and then also be recognised globally as Scotland's leading entertainment producer. I think the kind of founding principles of Gilded Balloon was about finding new talent and supporting new talent and then nurturing that new talent to the next stage of their career. And we did that through programmes that Karen set up, like So You Think You're Funny. And I want to continue that. It's the best part of my job, is seeing new comedians and discovering new comedians and supporting them at a really kind of early, crucial time in their career. And yeah, also as an aside to all of those kind of lofty ambitions, is have fun and not, you know, work in comedy and enjoy life and enjoy comedy and enjoy culture and entertainment and experience. So, and make sure that our audiences do that as well. So yeah, continue to do everything that Karen's done for the past 35 years or more.
Would you mention a few of the comedians that you have nurtured and brought into our consciousness?
Go on, Karen.
Oh, you know, I forget them all. Lynn,
I know.
So many.
I'll fill in.
Well, Craig Ferguson was around for a while at the beginning.
Yeah.
And, oh God, there's been so many.
Tim Minchin, definitely.
Yeah, but that was in the 2000s. We have to go back.
She's doing it in chronological order, Lynn.
Yeah.
Sean Hughes, who now very sadly is dead, but Sean was one of my... I helped him a lot in his early years, and we worked together for a long time. Not the best advert for, his behaviour towards women, I have to say.
Karen, just list the names. List the names.
Sorry.
I can cut that bit out if you want.
Don't go into the backstory. We don't have time for that. Especially the bad ones.
I love your dynamic.
Joe Brand. I've got Joe Brand. Dylan Moran.
So raking through our papers to try and find the names.
I know.
There you go.
And go.
Many years ago, Jenny Claire and Maria McCurling did a play at the Gilded Balloon. Oh my God, that was in the 80s. That was so good.
Wow.
Donna McPhail, Rona Cameron, Caroline Ahern, Hannah Gadsby, Aisling B, Maisie Adam. These are the women. Unfortunately, there wasn't as many women around in the early days, but I have to say in the 90s, they just started coming into their own,
Yeah.
So Bill Bailey was very much with us, and when he first started, he was in a double act, and he started his first solo show with us. Simon Pegg did his last ever stand-up show with us. Dylan Moran, Sean Locke, Tommy Tiernan, Eddie Izzard, Tim Minchin, Steve Coogan, John Thompson, Adam Hills, Rich Hall, Darrow Brian, Ross Noble, Johnny Vegas, Russell Brand, Russell Howard, Ed Byrne, Frankie Boyle, Barry Cryer. Barry Cryer was with us for 20 years. Every year he would come. Yeah. And he just died this year.
Yeah,
such a lovely man.
No big names then.
No big names.
A couple there.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And Still Game started with us, which not many people in the world will know, but people in Scotland would know. I toured Still Game, and I understand, rumour has it that I came up with the name, but I can't remember that. But anyway, we took it over to Toronto, would you believe? And this is all before, and now it's a fabulous Scottish,
institution.
Yeah, indeed.
It is an institution.
We have this section here on our lovely podcast where we ask our fabulous guests, that's you two, to give us a song that means something to them, that have an emotional connection to. Now, we've never had two guests on at once, so I don't know which of you chose this song or if it was a family song, but you guys chose an Elvis Presley song called Return to Sender.
Yeah,
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I know it as Mum's favourite Elvis song.
When I was 14, it was out. It was a hit. I was 14, and I remember going to a girl from school's party, and we were in it. She owned a hotel, and we were given the ballroom in the hotel, the New Liston Arms Hotel in Kirkliston, and we all the girls were dancing to Return to Sender. It always reminds me of that. And I had my pearlized shoes, my first high heels.
Very fancy.
Fantastic.
For me, this song means the world because it reminds me of Mum.
See, friendship, family.
Didn't we go to Memphis?
Yes, we went to Memphis to Graceland.
Oh, you did Graceland.
With my best pal. Yeah, it was amazing. We're huge Elvis fans, and I'm very excited about the Baz Luhrmann Elvis movie that's coming out.
I can't wait.
Me too. Me too, with Tom Hanks. I'm so excited about that too. My father is massive Elvis fan, and so much so that like when I was a kid, I mean, he was in the Tremolos. I don't know if you know that guy.
Chip.
Yes, Chip indeed. So
did you call him Chip?
No, I called him
Hawks.
Dad. He was Dad Hawks to me.
Yeah, fair.
But his real name wasn't Chip, surely. It must have been Charlie or something.
No, his real name is Len. Leonard Donald Stanley Hawks. He has a very comedic name. Leonard Donald Stanley Hawks. The reason that people called him Chip is because he's actually a trained carpenter.
He was a chippy.
He was a chippy.
Very nice.
Yes, exactly.
Well, a very good-looking man. I loved the Searchers. That was my era.
Tremolos.
Did you like the Tremolos as well?
I love the Searchers, not your dad. I like the different ones.
Oh, God.
Made me laugh.
Oh, that's funny. Luckily, I grew up with the Searchers as well because they were friends of my dad. So I'll tell them. I'll tell them you love the Searchers.
Yeah, exactly. They knew each other. I knew that. I knew that they knew each other.
So I used to go backstage sometimes and watch him play, even as early as like 8, 9 years old. And he always did an Elvis impression. It was normally, are you lonesome tonight? He did that one. Did the whole thing with his legs going on like that, you know. And so I grew up with Elvis because my dad's such a massive fan. So when this song came through to me, I was like, yes, I haven't done an Elvis song yet. So I recreate these songs, for our guests here in my studio, and I try to cut it down right to its the soul of the song, So it's very acoustic and intimate, and this is my version for you girls.
Just for you, Karen and Katy Koren, here is Chesney Hawkes performing Elvis Presley's Return to Sender.
Thank you very much, Mom.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. And bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such song. We had a quarrel. A lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it special D. And bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such song. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such song. Yeah, return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender.
Just for you, Karen and Katy, that was Chesney Hawkes performing Return to Sender.
What a song. What a song.
Well done, Ches.
Amazing song.
That was
beautiful.
Lovely.
Oh, thank you, girls. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that.
Beautiful.
I really did enjoy that because it's always nice when I get songs that mean something to me as well, so I don't have to discover them,
I'm glad you didn't try and impersonate Elvis.
No, I couldn't do that. No, I agree. No, I don't do that. I try to make it my own in some ways.
I remember an Elvis song that reminds me of Lynn. It's The Wonder of You. I'm sure I put The Wonder of You in as well. I'm not sure if we did. But we were at your wedding, and it was the day before your wedding. And, we had the dinner and everything. And then we went and played karaoke. And you sang it to your mum. Oh, my God. It was so lovely. It really was. And then anytime Lynn and I get drunk, we get up and late and live and sing The Wonder.
I have a feeling that's going to happen this year. And Katy Koren, you have to join in because we're family. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, the thing I remember about the karaoke the night before my wedding is that Mark sang, and I use the word sang loosely because he's not a singer, but he sang to all the girls I had loved before. And it was really awful.
Was that Charles Aznavour or something?
Well, I can't remember.
It is Charles Aznavour.
To all the girls I've
And how was it? Did Mark carry it off? I mean, was it a good thing or not?
Oh, well, I don't know whether people were astounded by the audacity.
Oh, well, there you go.
Not the title of the song, the audacity that somebody who sang that badly would. Right, that was the audacity.
All right, so what you're saying is people did actually marvel at his performance, so, it's all positive.
Yeah.
It was Julio Iglesias, wasn't it? The original of that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Written by Albert Hammond.
All the girls I
Oh,
love
God.
before. You
What
see,
a mind.
look at that. Right?
It's only because I've written with Albert as well, so that's how I know these.
I can't believe we're in the last episode of this series. You know,
I know.
it's a big achievement. There's been quite a journey.
Very honoured to be your last guest.
Well, you know why you're our last guest? Because we thought it was a really good segue into the next time that we do the podcast will be live at the Gilded Balloon. Right? So we were like, it makes sense that we would have you for our last episode of this series. So, listener, if you're not doing anything in August, it would be really brilliant if you could come and introduce yourself at the Gilded Balloon.
The only thing is you've
this.
got to come to Edinburgh. And if this is being listened to mainly in the US, come to Edinburgh. We've got a lot of Americans coming, by the way. Loads of Americans.
Yeah, we do.
More Americans coming than Australians, and normally it would have been more Australian.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Well, we've
we're
only got
branching
one
out.
listener, so we're not entirely sure where our listener
And
is.
that's my mum.
Yeah, it's your mum. So she can get on the train.
She's
right?
coming. She's going to come.
No, normally at this point in the podcast, we would say, like, what advice would you give to someone like you, a younger version of you? But I don't know that there is a younger version of you guys. Like, they're quite
They're very unique. Yeah, it's true.
No, but all women are unique, Lynn. Wouldn't you say so? All women
I would
are
say
unique.
that all people.
Obviously, I hate men. No, I don't. I really don't. I really like men.
Yeah,
But,
really don't. I know. That's another
However-
podcast all on its own.
Yes.
Am
it
I
is.
cutting that bit out or not? I'm a
leave
bit
it in.
confused.
But I
Where do I
think,
go
Neil,
with
you
that?
and I need to get our coats.
Yeah, taxi for Hawks and Harrington, right.
What I would say is to a younger version of myself is don't give up. You know, dust yourself off and get up and start all over again. It's the only way to do it. And I've had to do that many times in my life. And sometimes you're allowed to be down. You're allowed to be down for a wee while. You're allowed to be a bit sad and sorry for yourself. But get out of it and get out there. It's a fabulous world out there. And
Get on with
anything
it.
you put your mind to. Bill Bailey won Strictly Come Dancing. Come on.
No, anything's possible.
Yeah.
If that can happen, anything is possible. That is true.
You know, I mean, amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing on that.
What about you, Katie?
I think I have to come back to our quote or whatever it was that we did at the start. I mean, what if it's for you, it won't go by you. And Karen's always said that to me, and I think it's similar to Sorry, I always flip between calling her Karen and Mum because they're jobs.
She's both.
Yeah.
She is both of those things.
Yeah, she is. But we're in the office, so I'd call her Karen in the office, and then she shouts at me when I call her Karen at home. But yeah, Mum always said it to me, and it is the same kind of message: is stay positive, and some things aren't meant to be, and if it's not for you, then just don't worry about it and forget about it and move on and focus on the positive and focus on the next thing.
Next.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
good advice. Really good advice.
I always remember, because I had a child, my gorgeous son, Christian, at 19, and I divorced or separated after only a year of marriage. Isn't that terrible?
No, what's for you won't go by you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The fact is that I always wondered what I was good at. I didn't know. You know how you're not sure when you're young. You're not sure, what will I do? I don't know what to do. And I knew I wanted to do something, and it took a long time. But, you do find out. You find out
your way.
You find your way, yeah. I mean, yours has been music.
It has. Yeah, but my dad always says I came out singing, so I've never had any other actual job apart from a paperboy. And
And Katie came out determined.
I came out
In
in
a
rush,
hurry.
apparently.
in a rush, like a cannonball.
And I'm going to come out when I'm 60. That's when I'm coming out.
What about you, Lynn?
No, I still don't know what I want to do. You know me. I'm like, I think 6 months ahead. I'm like, what I want to do is I want to get to the Gilded Balloon and have my show sorted and hang out with you guys. And then
Both of them.
beyond that, I'm like,
I want to see you on stage again, Lynn. I'm very excited about it.
Are you?
And you are a wonderful storyteller, Lynn.
Wonderful storyteller, wonderful performer.
Thank you.
Katie has not asked you yet, but I want you to do Leighton Live. Because we've got all women compares this year.
Host it.
Wow.
Okay, it's a deal.
Done.
Woohoo!
Fabulous.
Yeah, we're done. We're good. I'll do it. Not every night though, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, not every night. That would be too much, right? Yeah, no, I love it.
Once or twice.
I love the rambunctiousness of Leighton Live, and I like that. I like with Leighton
There's a
Live.
word.
Well, rambunctiousness.
Easy for you to say.
I know.
Good word.
With a lot of stand-up gigs, you turn up and you've got your set, and that's what you do, and you do gaps in your sentences, and people laugh in the gaps in your sentences, and that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
But with Leighton Live won't have that. They don't tolerate it. They're like, bring your set here and bring something else, and if you don't have something else, leave. We want you to leave.
Right.
We want your set and something.
Make us laugh.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Good.
And you know who else has got? Gina's going, isn't she? Gina
Yes, she
Bloom.
is.
Gina Bloom?
That's
Yeah.
one of
Oh,
the
really?
Americans.
Gina Bloom.
She'll be there too.
Yeah.
It's like it's going to get
Yeah,
be like
cool.
getting the band back together. All of our
Yeah,
past
It
guests.
totally
meet
will
these
be. Right?
people.
Love it.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
forward
Zoe
to it.
Lyons, Gina Bloom.
Oh.
We've got 180 shows every day for 27
I
days.
know you said to me that's an unbelievable
Wow.
amount.
That's one hell of a run sheet, isn't
How
it?
do you do that? How do you coordinate that many in that
We
amount
have
of
no
time?
idea. We
It's
have
just
no idea.
crazy. That makes my head hurt just thinking about it.
So, listener, you better come. If you don't want to come and
Yeah.
see our show, come to the Gilded Balloon in
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
In Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh, there is no other place that you want to be. What?
We also just need to mention before we lose the lovely Korens, we do need to mention about the Boss Woman podcast, right? Because
Oh, well done.
What would that be?
You
The
brought that
Boss
back.
Series
Women
4.
podcast. I've not been invited on.
yeah,
that.
not yet. The one they're on Series 4, but they've not invited you yet. There,
I
yeah, that one.
understand why Neil and I haven't been invited. I
Yeah.
understand.
We're waiting to do
but really-
Lynn's interview in person.
We want to do it live in person.
Yes.
It's going to be very exciting.
Oh, well, I get to Edinburgh quite early.
Me
I
too,
know,
me
it's
too.
Face to face.
Yeah.
Utilise me too, girls. Use and abuse me.
Yes.
What about you, Neil? When are you arriving?
No, I'm not making that mistake. I'm getting the fuck in, doing my shit, getting the fuck out. There you go. You haven't got me around to be utilised, to do anything, to try this,
Fair
whatever, have a go at that. In, do
Hey,
it out.
Chesney, maybe me and you could be the modern day Peters and Lee. Maybe we could
Love
do
it.
that.
Oh, there's a
Remember
show.
Love
Peters
it.
and Lee?
Which one's which,
Welcome
though?
home. I could be the blind guy, right? I'll be the. Oh no, he was a singer, wasn't he? Where the other
Yeah,
one
so
just
I
looked
might have to
lovely.
be the blind guy, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you need to be both though, because you're the
She
singer
was
and
blonde,
lovely.
I remember that. Wasn't she?
There
She
you
was
go.
blonde.
Anyway, lovely Korens, you have been magnificent. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
girls.
guesting on this.
Thank you,
On
ladies.
behalf of Chesney, Neil, and our listener, I'd like to thank you for being our guest on this, the last
Thank you for
episode of our
having
series.
us. That's very,
Yeah.
very kind
Yeah,
of you.
that one listener at the Gilded Balloon sitting in the middle watching the three of you.
Yeah.
I think it'd be amazing to meet that listener, our listener.
Yeah.
There's a picture. I could just see that framed now, sitting in the centre. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Korens.
you.
We
Thank
really
you,
appreciate
thank you.
your
See you
time.
guys soon.
Thank you, girls. You're amazing.
We'll see you in
Yes,
Edinburgh.
See you very soon.
Definitely.
Ah, there they go.
Ah,
the
don't
lovely
you love
Korens. I'm just so
the
pleased
distance.
they've finally managed to find time for us, because we know how mentally busy they've been
Yeah.
for so long. We've had technical gremlins and everything, and it was like, yes, finally. And at the last minute, we weren't even sure we weren't sure we were going to make it, were we?
No.
But finally,
No,
we
no.
made it with the Korens. Yes.
Yes. You hang on a minute. You made it with the Korens?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you made it with the
we
Korens.
did. I did.
Wow.
That's
That
my
was
story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay.
No, it's a huge year for them as well, because I don't know if you know this, but it's the 75th year of the Fringe.
Oh, that's incredible.
75 years of the Fringe and 38 years of Gilded Balloon.
38.
Wow. Goodness
Oh
me.
man!
They really
Do you know,
are an
I
institution, aren't
remember. I remember doing a Gilded Balloon way back, and Karen was pregnant with Katy at the time. That's how long
Well,
we've been.
that's how far
friends.
you go back. Yeah.
I know,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Can't
Well, you can
believe
tell
that,
how
'cause I'm
close
only
you guys are.
25.
Yeah, exactly.
It's family. They are really,
Yeah.
really brilliant people.
Yeah.
They are. You know, the thing that I love about them is you always know you always know exactly where you stand with them.
Yeah,
They don't bother
can
with
see
any kind of, cloak and dagger stuff. And
No.
they do their very best always to elevate people.
You can see that.
Yeah.
They're really, really lovely people. Great conversationalists, and lovely to spend time with them. They're really lovely. Really.
No, I'd like to live with Katy, because then we could both practice being miserable in the morning. It wouldn't be taken personally, because we both know the boundaries.
I don't know that Katie's that miserable. I don't.
It was about the morning, apparently. It was about the morning.
Yeah.
The
thing with Katy is that she literally, you could put her through a tornado and she would come out the other end having fixed something.
Yeah. She's a very passionate person, isn't she? Like, you can tell that she's very passionate
really
about
is.
what she does, and she really has a great vision for Gilded Balloon. And her answer to that question that you asked was just like so perfect. And you know that with her behind it, and Karen, of course, that they're going to achieve that.
Yeah,
she's
definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, you just believe her. It's like, oh yeah, that's going to happen. with you in the helm, that's going to happen.
Yeah. You can see how Vikings conquered the world, can't you? When you meet the Korens, you're like, I get it, I understand.
So true. They definitely.
It was in a previous episode we were talking about having the people that fitted into the sort of get shit done column, right?
Yeah.
We mentioned that, so they definitely
exactly.
go into
we
that
put
one.
them in
don't they?
there, exactly. Yeah.
They go, absolutely.
For sure.
And it was interesting as well, that because we had when we had Phil Cornwell on a few weeks ago, so we'd just been talking to the Korens and what legends of comedy they are, and how many people owe so much to them. And when we had Phil on the show a few weeks ago, totally unprompted, Lynn, you referenced back to you and him, 20 odd years ago, and what was one of the first things that came out of his mouth? Oh yeah, that was with Karen Koren, wasn't it?
She's legendary. You know, it's funny as well, because if you've never heard of the Gilded Balloon, listener, firstly, where have you been?
Yes.
Secondly, now that you've heard of the Gilded Balloon, you'll hear it everywhere. Like there's, you hear it on, like I think on Letterman or something like that. There was a thing, and somebody said,
really?
"Oh well, blah blah blah, the Gilded Balloon," and it's one of those things that once you hear it, then you'll.
It's part of the whole kind of culture of comedy now, isn't it?
Totally is.
Part
totally.
of the Edinburgh furniture, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah. Like a whole load of Australian and American comedy just wouldn't have happened without the Gilded. It's fascinating.
I'm so glad we had guests like those two on, because they're not your kind of average guest that you would have on a chat show like this. It kind of shows a little bit more kind of behind the scenes. And of course, everybody in comedy knows who the Korens are and knows what the Gilded Balloon.
Yeah.
And which is, wonderful to kind of give their side of what happened and how they've kind of managed to almost create the careers of all these superstars. It's just, it's phenomenal. It's great. And I think people will really be interested in it.
So I have a question for you guys. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Having met the Korens and knowing how sort of prestigious and amazing the Gilded Balloon is, has that made you more excited, more nervous, or more terrified about Edinburgh?
Stop talking about it.
I think we know how Neil feels. I'm the opposite. It makes me more excited, because I really, really am excited to be playing at such an incredible institution. I really am, and to have those girls behind us as and our little podcast is. Well, it's a dream.
Yeah, that's the amazing part of it. Yeah. God bless them. That's
going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. So, listener, I don't know what you're doing in August, but I'm telling you what I suggest. You might want to get yourself to Edinburgh and hang out with us, because, we're family now, right?
Yeah.
National Museum of Scotland, 17th, 18th and 19th of August.
We'll see you there, listeners.
Unfortunately, is the end of this series. Yeah. We will be back again sometime later in the year after Edinburgh. I don't know if we've mentioned that at all. But it's been lovely having you with us, listener. And hopefully you'll join us again soon. But until then, I have been Ferguson.
And I've been Harrington.
And I have been Hawks.
Oh.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, listener. See you next time.
Thanks, listener.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to Ferguson Harrington Hawks with Lynn Ferguson, Neil Harrington and Chesney Hawks. Written and produced for Source Productions by, surprise, surprise, Lynn Ferguson, Neil Harrington and Chesney Hawks.